Welcome, Duck fans. I'm Rob Kulish, and I'm joined by two of our swimming athletes here at Stevens, women's swimmer Gabrielle Czernik and men's swimmer Dan Munt. Dan is a sophomore, and Gabrielle is a graduate student, so this will be her last year. But thanks for joining me, guys. I know you guys are very busy with school, practice, and the whole lot. We'll start off with Dan. You guys are one dual meet in against Montclair, and then you guys, both of your teams had fantastic performances at the New York University Invitational 2 weeks ago. Talk about the team start to the season a little bit, and where you guys are at.
All right, yeah. So we had a really great first two meets. We were all pretty tired and pretty sore, but I feel like everyone did very well. We had a lot of freshmen come in that really stepped up in the meets. I was really happy with them. There's a bunch of talent that came on the team this year. So.
Gabrielle, the women also, beat Montclair and then won the New York Fall Invite. 2 years ago, you guys were in second. This year, you guys won it. I guess what was the difference this year, if there was a difference, and how do you feel you did as a whole team?
Well, we had, like Dan said, we had a lot of great freshmen come in, and they had a great showing, and all of us we all had an excellent meet that weekend.
Both of you guys, do you feel, for those of you who don't know, the swimming program has grown immensely over the past few years here in terms of success and then also of numbers. As a sophomore, and then maybe more so you, as a graduate student, it's your fourth year competing, do you feel that the young athletes coming in, do they push you guys to almost new heights and make you better and almost give you guys a little bit of pressure?
Absolutely. There's a lot of great competition coming in from the freshmen.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, individual, swimming is, yes, a team sport. You guys do want to perform well individually, but personally, how do you feel, you're swimming and, maybe talk about your individual events a little bit, start with Dan.
Well, this year I actually started off where I ended last year. I was very happy. I did a lot of training over the summer, like weightlifting and stuff like that. And so when I came in, I was in shape. Unlike last year, I was a little out of shape. So I came in shape, and I've been going times of practice that I went in meets last year. So I'm pretty excited about the season.
I've had the same progress too. I trained a lot this summer, and I'm really pleased with how well I've been doing so far.
We talked a little bit about practice and what's practice like. I guess maybe a better way to put it would be, yes, as I said before, yes, you guys want to win your duels and come with the record and win a couple invitational titles, but the real goal is at practice to really break you guys down and get you to perform your best at the end of the season. I guess, how do you focus through that, and how do you really, stick with it and just, really get the most out of your bodies throughout a season which is so long, September all the way to, hopefully both of your guys' cases, March. How do you, fight through that long season?
It does get very tough sometimes. I feel like even by each week, I'll start on Monday feeling pretty good, and then by Thursday I'm just totally broken down. And that's when the team part of swimming really comes in handy, where you're saying, we have guys, a bunch of guys or girls behind you saying, come on, we got this, only 2 more hundreds left, or only this much more yards left. You can do this, we got it, we're all tired. Let's push through it, let's focus on where we want to be at the end of the season. So that helps.
Just keep your eye on the end goal.
Gabrielle, kind of with you, you being a grad student, essentially it's a senior, I'm sure it's really no different. No one's like, oh, she's a grad student or not. I guess at this point in your career, do you take more of a leadership role, or is it just, or is it kind of just more, everybody's kind of pushing everybody?
I think everyone is pushing everyone, but being older, I feel like I do have to set a good example, and that's also part of what I use to motivate myself through practices, that I want to show everyone else that they should be working hard as well.
And then, I always like to hit on this because you get so many different answers from different athletes at school, but you guys are in the pool all the time. You're practicing early and late and in the middle of the day. For people that don't know, it's really a huge commitment. I guess, how do you both balance that school, the practice, and even training in the weight room? How is that? How do you get through that?
Well, I mean, it does get pretty difficult. Like, for instance, this semester, most of my classes have homework due on Thursdays, the same day I have morning practice. And so I really have to get my homework done Tuesday night so I'm not staying up late Wednesday night trying to, like, at the 2 in the morning and wake up at 6 in the morning for practice. So it gets pretty tough.
Time management is absolutely essential.
Is it any different for you now as a grad student, or is it almost the same?
It's probably about the same. I'm taking less courses, but they tend to be a little bit harder.
And we can wrap it up with kind of a two-pronged question, men's side, women's side. I guess for this year, do you, Dan, have a specific set of personal goals that you would like to meet? And do you feel that the team has quantifiable goals that you're saying that this is the spot where you want to go and this is the spot where you want the team to go?
Yes. This year, I would love to make NCAAs. I came in last year pretty far off, and now I'm a lot closer. So we'll see how the season plays out. I would love to make that meet. If not, it's not going to be everything. But I think the eventual goal is for us to win NCAAs, it's a pretty high goal. But it might not come this year, it might not come next year, but hopefully in the next couple, that's the eventual goal for every team.
The men's team finished 17th in the nation last year. 3 swimmers competed at the national event. So, as the program continues to grow, and as you've heard, as Dan said, as the athletes just continue to come in, at the beginning of the year, where they were at the end of the year before, I think that's definitely a goal that it's great to hear you guys set, as well as the coaching staff. And do you guys have kind of a similar outlook?
For the women, definitely. We placed 12th in the country last year, so it looks like we're definitely going to be higher this year. And personally, I would love to go to NCAAs again.
You were, first year you went was last year.
Yeah.
So hopefully get to go and even possibly earn some individual All-American honors and stuff like that. Last question, out of the blue, if you guys weren't swimming, is there a sport you guys would, you enjoy best?
Well, if I had started earlier in middle school when I had more hand-eye coordination, I probably would have picked soccer, because I really did enjoy soccer. I really like the team aspect and how you can see teams that work well together and you can see teams that don't work well together and the difference it makes.
Gabrielle?
I actually do triathlons on the side already, and that's what I will be doing after I'm finally done swimming.
You learn something new every day. That's pretty awesome, and that probably helps your swimming,
Definitely.
for anything. But Dan, Gabrielle, thanks for joining us and spending the time. If you guys are headed to Kutztown this weekend for the Golden Bear Invitational, best of luck. And hopefully we get to get you guys on here again, and possibly Empire 8 championships, and see how you guys do and how the team does at NCAAs. But thanks again. Once again, for Rob Kulish, Dan Munt, Gabrielle Czernik, thanks for joining us, Ducks fans. For all the latest on Stevens men's and women's swimming and all of your favorite Stevens athletics, visit www.stevensducks.com.